How y'all doing today? It's your boy Jermaine from Eat Right Guys Nutrition and Fitness. I'm back with another video, and for this video I'm going to be talking about negotiating a salary. I think this is a very important topic in the field of dietetics. I feel that negotiating is something that a lot of people don't do, and they need to do it. And I've read studies and things like that, and for some reason women are less likely to negotiate a salary compared to men. And because the area of dietetics is predominantly female, it's mostly females that watch this channel, I think this could be some valuable information, just sharing my experiences and my opinions in terms of negotiating. So to start off, just my general opinion on how to make the most money as a dietitian, especially if you're working for somebody. This doesn't include entrepreneurship or whatever. I feel like the best way to increase your overall annual income or your hourly pay is to work one job for a few years, maybe 2 or 3 years, gain experience, and find another job to where you can negotiate a higher salary. Most jobs, once you start working there, you will get an annual raise. But the problem is the annual raise is only like 2 to 3% based off of your performance and whoever your manager is. And so that's kind of like the equivalent of usually like 40 to 60 cents a year in pay raise. So think about it. In 6 years, if you're getting a 40-cent pay raise every year, that's like the equivalent of making $2.40 extra an hour after working 6 years. So the reason why I'm doing 6 years is because I've been a dietitian 6 years, and within those 6 years I was able to increase my hourly wage by over $15 an hour. So if I would have just stayed at my first job, within this time, I would have increased my salary by $2.40 compared to over $15 an hour. And the reason why I was able to increase my hourly wage by so much is because I negotiated. And so let's say you have a new job or whatever, and they offer you a salary, they offer you an hourly wage or whatever. Don't take that. Take some time, tell them, okay, thank you for the opportunity. Can I get back with you in a day or two so I can think about it? And within this day or two, you should already have been doing it before. You need to start doing a lot of research. So you need to research that company, you need to research that industry. And it's really good that the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, they come out with a document, I think every couple of years. It's called the Compensations and Benefits Survey. And so they survey like hundreds of dietitians from various experience levels, various education levels, various industries in dietetics, and they pretty much survey them and ask them how much they how much they make. And so within this document, you can kind of pinpoint what state you live in, maybe what city, what level of experience, what area of dietetics that you're in, and you can kind of see what's the median income within that area. And so you can kind of look at that and gauge how much you should be getting paid. And so I definitely use this document to my advantage in negotiating. So if y'all don't have that document, if you're a member of the Academy, it's free. It's on like the Eat Right shop page. But if y'all don't, I have an older document of that, I think in 2017, and I can just email it to y'all. So my email is eatrightguy@gmail.com, but whatever. And so definitely you want to do your research. So whenever they offer you a salary, take a couple days to think about it so you can do your research. You can also try to reach out to other dietitians that may have worked in that field. So like if you got a clinical position, reach out to a clinical dietitian maybe that's in your city and see what they started out making. Or better yet, if you can find like a dietitian that's in a managerial role, that may be the best person to ask, because they're the ones that do the hiring as well. So definitely reach out to other dietitians. I'm pretty sure they'll be more than willing to help you in terms of salary. And so once you did your research and everything, now you want to do a counter offer. So you can either do a counter offer over the phone, or you can do a counter offer through email. I like to do a counter offer through email because usually that's how I correspond with the recruiter. And whenever you do a counter offer, you can just say, like, for instance, they tell you, we want to pay you $25 an hour. You did your research and you feel that you should get paid $28 an hour. Well, if you want to make $28 an hour, I feel that you should shoot higher than that. Tell them that you want $30 an hour. Because if you tell them $28 an hour, they're more likely going to counter offer you down to maybe like $26.5. So you always want to overshoot what you want. And don't be scared to do this, because once it gets to this point where y'all negotiating, they've already hired you. They've already invested the time, the money to interview you and to pick you out amongst other candidates. So you're in there. Now, if y'all negotiate and y'all can't come to terms with a salary, then maybe y'all can go your separate ways. But if you give them a counter offer that's too high, the only thing they're gonna do is give you a counter offer that's a little lower. And then you can either take it or leave it, or you can continue negotiating. So with that being said, when you counter offer, you don't just wanna put, I want $30 an hour. You wanna give them a reason why you should make $30 an hour. You know what I'm saying? The reason why you feel that you should make this money. And this is where the research come in, because you want to back up your pay with information. And so to kind of give y'all a better example of that, I'm gonna read to y'all my counter offer. When I just started working at the VA, whenever they gave me an offer, I did my counter offer. So I'm gonna read that to y'all just to show you how I kind of explained why I wanted this certain wage compared to what they were offering me. And also, the salary itself is not something that you just have to negotiate with. You can negotiate with travel expenses, especially if you're moving out of state and things like that. So let me just read off my example, and I'm gonna take away the dollar figures and stuff like that, but hopefully this will help y'all. So this was my counter offer after they offered me a salary. So this is what I wrote them. Thank you for offering me the position of a registered dietitian for Lee County VA Medical Center. I would like to express how excited I am to begin working for the VA, and I feel confident I will be a significant contribution to the healthcare of your patients. Before I can accept the offer, I would like to discuss the matter of compensation. I have over 6 years of clinical experience, earned my master's degree of science in nutrition and dietetics, and recently obtained a board practice credential, board certified specialist in renal nutrition. With these achievements, I currently meet the qualifications for an advanced level practice dietitian. With my experience and qualifications as a dietitian, I feel I should be compensated as a G11, step 7, with an annual salary of blank. I understand that I was hired as a G11 and advanced level practice dietitians are a G12. So I feel the salary for a G11 step 7 is comparable to a step 1 as a G12. I would also like to know if I'm eligible for relocation assistance. According to my research, the federal government typically provides assistance for 25% of my starting salary. I currently reside in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is approximately 838 miles from Cape Coral, Florida. I can certainly see a future for myself at Lee County VA Medical Center, and I'm confident that I can bring a lot of value. I know that we can come to a mutual agreement on an acceptable salary. Thank you for your time. And so, like you see in that counter offer letter, I gave them reasons why I feel that I should earn a higher salary. They hired me for a position, but I qualified for a higher level. So the position I was qualified at was, bachelor's degree in dietetics with experience. But because I had my advanced practice, because I got that after I was hired, I felt that I should be stepped up to the next level, because the next level would be a specialist in dietetics that had that special credential. So I kind of gave them a reason why I felt that I should get a higher pay. And then doing research, I found that they have relocation assistance with the federal government. So I included that in there to see if that was something they would be interested in doing. And so with that being said, when it comes to negotiating salaries, you may not get what you want. They can say, you know what, this salary is not negotiable, but always try. You never know what you're gonna get. And you may be surprised at how much money you actually get. So hopefully this video was helpful to some of y'all. If y'all have any questions, y'all can leave them down in the comment section. Y'all also can hit me up on Instagram at EatRightGuy, or you can send me an email at eatrightguy@gmail.com. And y'all have a nice day. And if you're a nutrition student or a dietetic intern and you're concerned about passing the RD exam, feel free to join my Facebook group, RD Exam Prep, which will be down in the description. And this is where you can be part of a community that will answer any questions that you may have, as well as I provided free study guides, notes, and practice exams. And while you're at it, follow me on Instagram at EatRightGuy, and visit my website, eatrightguy.com, where I post weekly blogs on nutrition and dietetics related topics.